Hey guys, what's going on? So today's comic book review is going to be 1 Month to Live, written by Rick Remender in 2010. This was a 5-issue weekly series with art by Stuart Moore, John Oslander, and Rob Williams. It's about cancer and dealing with it and knowing that you would only have 1 month to live. What would you do? Daniel Sykes tries to do the right thing. He gets powers from sewage, toxic sewage, and the price for that is every time he uses his powers, the cancer grows and grows and grows until he dies. So he has the choice of being a villain and trying to steal money for his family, or be a hero and do the right thing. Now, this whole 5-issue series has everybody. It has Spider-Man, The Thing, Fantastic Four, The Avengers, Wolverine, Kazar even. And each time he goes on these little adventures, he learns more and more about himself. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first issue is basically just him. He works at this bank, and he has to cut costs, and he has to fire people. He doesn't want to do that. He has no real ambition to, take people's jobs away from them. But his boss is telling him he has to do that. So he is married, and he and his wife have his niece. Now her mom died in a car accident, and now they take care of her, and she's basically angry at the world. She doesn't understand why her mom had to die, why she has to live with her uncle and aunt, and he's just trying to deal with the emotions. Now, with this place, it's a children's center. Now, she asked the bank for a loan, and now he has to go in there and tell her that she can't have one, and he's sorry, but they're getting closed down. The whole children's is getting closed down, and they were going to do a memorial garden for this bank, and now she's all pissed at him, which is not really Dennis's fault. He doesn't want to do it. He really wanted to fight for these people, but now he can't. So he's leaving the children's center, and you got these two drug addicts, and they're robbing a biohazard truck. Now they think that there's drugs in this thing, and the guys tell him, it's not. There's no drugs in here. It's just sewage. It's just waste that's going to be disposed. And Dennis gets in the middle of it. He's going to try to stop these guys, and they just beat the living crap out of him. And when they go and look in the back, it is just waste. So they just dump it all over him, all this toxic chemicals and needles and whatnot. And he's just basically puking up his guts, and they're going to kill him. And then all of a sudden, the Thing comes around and just beats the living shit out of these guys, and they take off. And Dennis is coughing and hacking, and he passes out. And when he wakes up, he's in the Baxter building. He's getting looked over by Reed Richards. His family's there. His niece is being a little jerk, but then they leave. And then Reed Richards gives them the bad news. Of all the stuff that was in his stomach and all the chemicals and whatnot, he has cancer all over his body, and there's no treatment. And Reed Richards says he has maybe a month or two to live. So his family walks in, and he basically lies to them. He says that he's fine, with treatment and everything, he'll make it through. And he goes towards his family, but before he does that, he goes to the bank, and he basically tells off his boss. Like, he goes, you want me, I've wasted my whole life here. I could have done more with my life. I could spend more time with my family. I had dreams too, and you just don't have the balls to do, fire people yourself. You get other people to do it. Like, where are your stones? So he basically quits. He goes home and tells his wife, and he's trying to fix this picture frame that his niece broke of her and her mom. But after doing so, he finds out that the chemicals and whatnot altered his genetic makeup, and now he can basically fix anything. He can melt, he can reform all matter. So with these new powers, he decides to rob a bank. Of all the things you can do with superpowers, the first thing you think of is robbing a bank. Now, not just any bank; it was the bank that he quit. So what he's going to do is he's going to steal the money and give it to the children's center. So because that's what the bank promised them, and that's what they're going to get. So the niece finds it that night, and he wakes up and he goes in the kitchen, and his wife and niece, figure out that he robbed the bank last night. And he's going, no, it was for good intentions. It was for the bank. And they're asking, how did you do this? And he goes, I can manipulate whatever I touch. And they kind of freak out, and they go away. Now he's feeling like an idiot, so he returns the money, and you can see someone's watching him from up there. And he returns the money, and it's Spider-Man. And Spider-Man goes, that's the worst costume I've ever seen. What kind of robber returns the money? And he's going to leave him there. He's going, no, you don't understand. I have cancer. And he's trying to plead with Spider-Man to let him go. And he goes, I screwed up. I returned the money. I don't know what I was thinking. And yeah, so he goes back home. He tells his family that he returned the money. And he tells the kid, he goes, you know what? Come see this. And he turned the children's center, the memorial place, into this huge playground looking thing. And his wife's all happy. But now you figure out what was going on. It was Mr. Negative behind everything, and he just wants him to destroy everything. And that's where issue 1 ends. Now issue 2, him and Spider-Man team up, which was a really good issue. And then he goes on a galactic adventure with the Fantastic Four. Issue 4, yeah. He goes to the Savage Land. Now there's a plant that can cure him of all the cancer, and all he has to do is just go there, eat this plant, and he'll be fine. Teams up with Wolverine. There's a really, really sad part at the end of this, which is really cool. And at the final issue is the Avengers come. They basically make him an honorary Avenger, which is really cool at the end. But this is a great series. I love it. I've read it I don't know how many times now. But if you got a chance and you can pick it up cheap, I would definitely recommend you guys picking this one up. I give it a 5 out of 5. It's so emotional. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Let me know down below if you guys have read this. If you're not, would you? And throw me a like, and if you have not yet, subscribe. So as always, guys, I love you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.